Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take the information you share, articles, notes, research, and really plunge into it.
Yeah, we extract the key insights, basically giving you a shortcut to getting informed on the stuff that matters to you.
Think of us as guides, maybe, navigating the material you send our way, cutting through the noise to get to the heart of it.
Helping you grasp not just what's important, but, why it actually matters.
And for this deep dive, we're tackling something pretty universal, looking at practical strategies from the material you gave us. Mastering small talk.
Mm-hmm. The sources you shared really focus on techniques for, starting conversations confidently, picking the right topics.
And sounding friendly, especially in casual English chats. That's a key focus in the material.
Right. So our mission here is to unpack all those strategies. We don't want to just list how to do it.
No, we want to get into the why. Why do these simple techniques actually work? How do they, unlock communication?
And connection. That's a big part of it.
Exactly. And this is relevant for you listening right now because feeling comfortable, feeling confident in just everyday interactions, that can be huge.
Oh, definitely. Whether it's for work, your social life, just connecting with people.
Small talk is often that first step, isn't it? It's the bridge.
Yeah. The material really frames it as turning potentially awkward moments into, opportunities. Opportunities for connection.
And what's interesting, you pointed this out earlier, is that while the source material talks about it in an English learning context,
right,
the principles themselves feel pretty universal. They reveal stuff about social interaction, breaking the ice. That applies, anywhere, really.
Absolutely. It's fascinating communication stuff.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Let's start where the material does. The why. Why bother with small talk? What's its actual purpose?
Well, the material you shared, it makes a really strong case right off the bat that small talk isn't pointless chatter. Not at all. It emphasizes how essential it is for social situations, for work, networking, even just making friends. And it does note its cultural weight in English-speaking places.
And the framing is interesting. It's not just filler. It's presented as a way to show friendliness, right? To start building relationships.
Exactly. To make things feel natural, comfortable. The source literally calls it the key to starting deeper conversations.
That's a powerful idea. It's not the end goal connection, but it's the necessary first step.
Yeah, like the handshake before the real talk begins. It sets the stage.
So thinking about this for you, the listener, if you get comfortable with these initial kind of low-pressure chats.
You basically remove a huge barrier, don't you? That fear of awkwardness just melts away a bit.
Yeah. Small talk, as this material highlights it, it gives you a low-stakes way to just feel things out. Find common ground, maybe.
And gently push the door open for a conversation that, could become something more. It's the warm-up.
Okay, so if small talk is the key, how does the material suggest we actually turn that key, start the conversation? That's a big hurdle for a lot of people breaking the ice.
Right, and the material is quite reassuring here. It basically says starting a conversation is often much simpler than we build it up to be in our heads.
And it gives a guiding principle, doesn't it, for crafting those openers. They need to be simple, friendly.
And this is crucial, easy for the other person to respond to. That's the main thing.
So you're not trying to be super witty or clever right away.
No. The goal is just to offer a gentle invitation to talk. Make it effortless for them to say yes, basically.
And the material gets really practical here, breaking down specific scenarios with examples. We should probably spend some time on these. They really illustrate the point.
Definitely. Okay, first scenario. A networking event. Maybe meeting someone totally new. The material suggests openers like, this first one.
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Kathy. How's your day going?
What's good about that one, and the material kind of implies this, is it's direct but also low pressure. You introduce yourself, essential at networking, but the question...
How's your day going?
Yeah, super universal.
Yeah.
Doesn't require much thought.
Exactly. A quick, good, thanks, or whatever. It shows friendliness without demanding a big, complex answer. It's an easy in.
Okay. Or this variation. Hi, I'm Kathy. So what brings you to this event?
This one's smart. The material highlights it because it uses the shared context. You're both there.
Right. Assumes a shared reality.
And it invites them to talk about their reason for being there. It's specific to the situation, but still open-ended. Taps into that natural, why are we both here thing.
And then there's the classic mutual connection approach.
Right.
The example is, hey, you know John too. How do you guys know each other?
Yeah, the material points to this as a really effective strategy. Finding someone in common instantly creates like a shared world.
A bit of history you both relate to. It's a fast track to building rapport, moving from stranger to friend of a friend or acquaintance of a friend. A powerful shortcut the material mentions for building that initial bridge.
So across these networking examples, the theme seems to be keep it straightforward, friendly, and easy to answer. Minimize their effort.
Precisely. Make it comfortable to start. Now, the material shifts gears. Different vibe. A party at a friend's house. More relaxed. What works here?
Again, the examples seem anchored in the immediate surroundings or the host. Like, this place is great. Have you been here before?
Simple, positive comment about the shared space. Something you're both experiencing.
And the question is easy, yes, no, maybe a short comment. Requires no prior knowledge of the person.
Very low stakes. Or back to that mutual connection theme the material likes, especially for parties. So how do you know Sarah?
Makes sense. If you're at Sarah's party, most people know Sarah. Asking about that connection is, well, fundamental to why you're both there.
It's directly relevant to the shared experience. Gives an immediate topic with a clear, simple answer path.
And I like this one. The material includes, I love your jacket, where did you get it? The compliment approach.
It's surprisingly effective, isn't it? A genuine compliment is positive, focus on them, but not too personal.
And people usually react well, right? They're pleased, give a simple answer.
Exactly. Makes them feel good right away. Great way to start, creates a positive vibe, which the material suggests helps pave the way for more talk.
So across these different settings, networking, party, the core principle holds. Simple, friendly, easy to engage with.
And the material makes another key point here. Practice. Like any skill, you got to practice these openers to feel natural and build confidence.
Right. Train yourself to spot those little opportunities.
Exactly. And understanding why they work low pressure, easy engagement helps you use them better.
Okay, so you've broken the ice. Success. Now what? How do you keep it going without, that awkward silence descending 2 seconds later?
Ah, yes, the follow-through.
Yeah.
This is where the material offers more practical advice, listing recommended topics for small talk.
The safe zones.
Pretty much. It explains the best ones are usually light, easy, and universally relatable. Things most people can talk about without much difficulty.
It's like getting a pre-approved conversation playlist. Stick to these and you're less likely to hit an awkward note.
Exactly. Keeps it positive, comfortable, accessible for both people.
So what's on the playlist? The material lists a few categories. The absolute classic is first, the weather.
Can't go wrong, usually. Examples like, it's such a nice day today, or wow, it's really cold today. Do you like winter?
And the reason it works, the material points out, is just sheer universality. Everyone experiences weather.
It's constantly changing, observable, neutral, safe, common ground, doesn't require deep thoughts or personal secrets. The ultimate low-stakes entry point.
Okay, moving on. The material also suggests hobbies and interests, asking things like, what do you like to do for fun?
Or, have you been into any new hobbies lately? People generally enjoy talking about things they're passionate about, right?
Yeah, they light up a bit.
And this topic, the material suggests, is great because it can uncover shared passions, or you learn something new and positive about them. It's a bit more personal than weather, but still positive, shareable.
And it naturally leads to follow-up questions, doesn't it? Oh, you hike, where do you go? That bridge to deeper conversation starts appearing.
Exactly. Then there's current events, but, and this is important, the material adds a big qualifier, non-political.
Right. Examples given are more like, did you hear about the new Marvel movie? Or saw Taylor Swift announced a new tour. Are you a fan? Pop culture, basically.
That non-political bit is crucial. The material really stresses it. Things that are widely known, like popular entertainment, big sports events, general uncontroversial news, that works.
It's shared information people might have encountered. Common ground without the risk of, accidentally starting a debate.
Yeah, the material smartly guides you towards stuff that connects people through shared awareness, not divides them through opinion.
Well, travel is another recommended one. Have you been on any trips recently? Or the classic, if you could go anywhere.
Travel, as the material notes, usually brings up positive stuff. Experiences, dreams, interesting stories.
Asking about past trips lets people share good memories. Asking about dream trips is fun, imaginative.
Yeah, reveals interests, sparks excitement maybe, generates positive energy, and gives you lots to talk about. Favorite places, cultures, tips. You start seeing values, dreams, moving gently towards that deeper connection.
Okay, and finally, food and drinks make the list. Know any good restaurants around here, or what's your favorite food?
Super relatable. Everyone eats and drinks. It's a fundamental daily thing.
So talking about food, the material suggests is easy. Exchange little tips, discuss preferences, bond over shared tastes.
Or even adventurous eating stories.
Right.
Very accessible, low stakes. Lots of potential for sharing specific experiences, like a new restaurant or cooking something.
The material gives a neat little example conversation showing how these topics flow. You remember it.
Yeah, it's simple, but illustrates the point well. Person A says, hey, nice weather today, right?
Classic opener.
B replies, yeah, finally, I love sunny days. Do you like summer?
Okay, sticking with weather, but adding a preference question.
Then A says, yeah, but I also love winter sports. Have you ever tried skiing?
Ah, see. They answered, then pivoted. From summer preference to a related but different interest, winter sports. That's a hobby.
Exactly. That little exchange shows how small talk, using these safe topics, connects ideas naturally. Weather led to seasons, led to hobbies, step by step, building that bridge the material mentions.
Moving from a shared external thing, the weather, to a slightly more personal preference, then to a hobby, all linked smoothly.
And that's how these light topics start laying the groundwork for deeper connection. They reveal potential shared interests or curiosities you can explore more.
It's that revealing process, finding common ground without forcing vulnerability too early. Makes sense. But just as vital as knowing what to say.
Is knowing what not to say, yes.
Yes.
The material is very clear about topics to avoid, especially in those first casual interactions.
And the reasoning is pretty straightforward, right? They're too personal, too controversial.
Or just plain inappropriate for getting to know you chat. Bringing them up is likely to create discomfort, awkwardness, maybe even conflict. Defeats the whole purpose.
So what's on the avoid list? First up, politics. The example given is blunt. Who did you vote for?
Yeah, politics. Inherently divisive. Often, you have no idea where the other person stands or how strongly they feel.
So asking directly about voting or political stances.
It's like walking into a minefield, as the material implies.
Yeah.
Far more likely to cause tension than build rapport. Too high stakes for small talk.
Next, money. Example, how much do you make?
Oof. Yeah, that's considered deeply personal, often taboo in casual chat in many English-speaking cultures.
Financial stuff is private. Asking about income or wealth.
The material flags it as intrusive, impolite, especially early on, puts people on the spot. Very uncomfortable.
Okay. Religion is also on the list. Example, what's your religious belief?
Similar reasons as politics and money, really. Religion is profoundly personal, often sensitive.
People's beliefs are private, so inquiring about them in small talk.
Can easily feel inappropriate or cause awkwardness.
Right.
The material correctly identifies it's not a light, universal topic for easy interaction.
And the last one, the material flags as personal problems. The example is, you look tired. Are you okay? Now, this one feels a bit different. It could seem caring.
That's a great point. And the material, including this, is quite smart.
Yeah.
Because the intent might be good, caring.
Right.
But asking directly about someone's problems, their health, even their physical state, like looking tired, in casual small talk, it's often just too direct.
Puts them in a tricky spot.
Exactly. They might be dealing with something heavy, but not want to share it with someone they barely know. It forces a choice, reveal something private, or deflect awkwardly. So the material seems to caution against shifting from light external topics to potentially heavy internal sensitive stuff too quickly. Stick to the positive, light topics recommended earlier.
Keep it comfortable and enjoyable for everyone involved. That seems to be the core goal, according to this material.
That's the essence of it.
Okay, so it's becoming clear from the material that good small talk isn't just about the words you pick. It's also very much about how you say them.
Absolutely. The delivery is huge. And the material you gave us offers simple, practical techniques for this, focusing on nonverbal cues and how you sound.
To come across as friendly and confident, that's the aim.
Right. First technique mentioned. Super simple, but powerful. Smile when you speak.
Why does that matter so much?
Well, smiling changes how you're perceived, obviously, but it also subtly changes your voice, makes it sound warmer.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, the material notes a smile makes you sound more approachable, friendly. It's like a universal signal of, I'm open, I'm positive. Puts people at ease even before you talk. Pre-communicates warmth.
Okay. Then there's using open body language. The material mentions relaxed shoulders, good posture, that kind of thing.
Your body speaks volumes, doesn't it? The material suggests closed-off postures, arms crossed, hunched over, can signal you're nervous or defensive or just not interested.
Makes you seem unapproachable.
Exactly. Whereas open body language, relaxed, upright signals, comfort, confidence, willingness to engage, makes you look accessible, receptive. It encourages them to feel comfortable too.
Makes sense. And maintaining eye contact is another tip.
A fundamental one,
Mm.
presented here for showing engagement and interest. Appropriate eye contact, not staring, obviously.
Right, not creepy staring.
No, just natural eye contact. It signals you're focused on them, you value what they're saying, you're present, builds trust, rapport, reinforces that connection you're trying to make.
Okay. And the last delivery point the material stresses is using a friendly tone of voice, contrasting it with sounding too serious or monotone.
Your voice carries so much emotional information. A flat, monotone, or overly serious tone, as the material points out, can accidentally make you sound bored or uninterested or even a bit intimidating.
Even if you don't mean to.
Right. A friendly tone, though, conveys warmth, enthusiasm, approachability, makes the whole interaction feel lighter, more pleasant.
So the overall message on delivery from the material is combine a friendly opener, an easy topic, and this confident, warm delivery.
And it makes the whole small talk thing feel more natural, more fun, boosts your confidence, and crucially, makes you someone people actually want to talk to more.
Okay, so let's try and pull these threads together from the material you shared. What's the big picture here?
I think the big picture is that small talk, as this material breaks it down, isn't some magical social gift only some people have.
Yeah, it frames it as a skill.
A practical, learnable skill built on clear, actionable strategies. Knowing how to start based on the situation, having those safe topics ready, knowing the pitfalls to avoid.
And delivering it all with that friendly, confident vibe through body language and tone.
Exactly. The material basically gives you a clear, demystified roadmap for learning this skill.
And for you, a listener, looking at your own material through this deep dive, the relevance is super direct, isn't it?
Oh yeah, these aren't just abstract ideas, they're concrete steps you can actually start using right away.
By consciously trying those simple openers, picking those recommended topics, avoiding the tricky ones.
And just being mindful of your delivery, smile, posture, eye contact, tone, you can genuinely improve your comfort and effectiveness in those casual chats.
It gives you a practical plan for those moments, breaking the ice, filling a silence, keeping things flowing towards maybe something deeper.
Yeah, it empowers you, based on these insights, to turn those moments of hesitation or awkwardness into real chances for connection. That bridging process, starting simple, that's the goal this material points to.
We've definitely covered a lot in this deep dive into small talk, all guided by the material you provided. Let's quickly recap the main takeaways, drawing straight from those sources.
Good idea. So first, starting conversations gets easier with simple, friendly openers, tailored to the situation, networking, party, coffee shop line.
Like, hey, nice to meet you, how's your day? Or, this place is great, been here before. Effective because they're easy to respond to, lowers the barrier.
Second, stick to light, universal topics, things everyone can relate to, weather,
Hobbies, interests.
travel, food, drinks, safe ground, less friction.
Third, and this is crucial according to the material, know what not to talk about initially. Avoid sensitive stuff like politics, money, religion.
And overly personal problems, they can make things uncomfortable fast.
Right. And fourth, how you say it matters as much as what you say, for friendliness and confidence.
Smile, use open body language, maintain eye contact, use a friendly tone. Avoid being monotone or too serious. Those combined make it pleasant, inviting.
The material wraps up by suggesting a kind of challenge, and we see it more as like an invitation for you to experiment.
Yeah, not homework. Just consciously trying these things out, maybe one or two at a time.
Try picking one of those simple openers we discussed from the material. Find a moment to use it.
Maybe with someone you see briefly, or an acquaintance you want to connect with a bit more.
Then consciously steer towards one of the light topics, and while you're doing it, notice your delivery. Are you smiling? Open posture, eye contact, friendly tone.
And the material encourages reflecting afterwards. How did it feel? Did the light topic work? What did you notice about their reaction? How did you feel?
What might you tweak next time? That cycle, apply, reflect, guided by these strategies, is presented as the key to building skill and confidence.
Definitely.
So let's leave you with a final thought to chew on, building on this material. If small talk really is the gateway to deeper conversations and connections, as this material argues pretty convincingly, how much potential connection might we miss out on by shying away from these simple interactions?
And conversely, how might consciously choosing to engage in small talk more often, using these practical strategies from your material, actually change the fabric of our daily social lives? How might it expand our opportunities for connection?
Something to think about. Thank you for bringing us this really useful material and joining us for this deep dive on small talk.
Yeah, we really hope this breakdown, pulling directly from your sources, gives you a clear path forward.
Keep exploring, keep practicing the techniques, and definitely keep applying what you've learned.
And until our next deep dive, happy chatting.